Not even supposed to be talking about this. I'm supposed to be talking about buy now, pay later. So let me get myself back on track, shall I? Did you know what the Never Never was? Is it a whole thing? I don't think so. Anyway, what do you like when it comes to buying things? Do you buy it? Do you pay it off? What's your relationship like with credit cards? Do you buy stuff that you don't need? Do you use all these kind of, what do they call them, like payday services, etc.? I've got to say, the buy now, pay later sector it's going to be worth over £30 billion by the end of the decade. And now Apple is trialling a way to make it even easier. If you use Apple Pay, for example, on your phone, you can basically buy something at some point soon and you won't have to pay it back for up to 4 months later. I do wonder about this. I can't help myself. I like technology, Sophie, but I can't help myself worry. Are we just kind of incentivising people to buy stuff that, quite frankly, they can't afford?
This is a very, very bad idea for students. Very bad idea for students, because people are going to live beyond their means, and students are going to get themselves into all sorts of financial trouble with things like Klarna and Apple Pay, because they're going to buy things that they can't afford. They're going to rack up unbelievable amounts of interest, and then they're going to get themselves in a financial situation they can't get out. Technology is not always good, and it can be bad for a lot of people, especially young people who are a little bit credit card happy, shall we say, but most of them won't be able to apply for a credit card. So when you give them something that is so accessible to be able to buy now, pay later, and make it much easier, we're going to get a lot of people in my generation especially in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
Dominique?
I think maybe I'm being a bit of a paranoid wreck here, but I just feel as though it sort of normalises this. It normalises debt. It normalises being able to buy things outright and not actually saying, I've got the money to be able to afford this, let me put the money down, now it's mine. I feel like it's getting us used to paying for things in instalments, because it's something that has really expanded in popularity. I mean, it started with Klarna. I've used Klarna a few times before, but now with this Apple Pay thing, think of the millions of people that have iPhones, and the fact that it's interest-free as well. Think about the amount of people that are going to willingly get themselves into debt, and it doesn't actually feel like debt because you're just tapping your phone. It sort of desensitizes us to the reality of money, and I suppose that does sort of tie into this sort of cashless society that is on its way, where cash is going to be a thing of the past. So, of course, paying for things in instalment through Apple Pay, through your phone, will be something that's completely normal.
See, one of the things that Dominique just hit on, Ashley, briefly, that worries me, actually, is that so many people are now kind of desisting of cash. When you try and pay somewhere with cold, hard readies, they're like, no, thank you, it has to be your card. Great if you're someone that uses tech, etc. But what about someone if you want to pay with cash? It's so difficult these days.
Yeah,
if you're an old person.
I just want to disagree, though. I actually think that there's some good stuff in here. I think giving people the opportunity to own things is a good thing. And sometimes I think a lot of obviously it's debt and we have to be careful with debt. I understand that. But I just think some of the opposition is about, hey, you working class people living beyond your means with your cheap holidays and so on. These things used to be exclusive. And I think sometimes it's a suspicion that the good things in life are coming too quickly and too easily.
No.
And that's what worries me. I think it's all like, look, I can't afford a couch, but I need a couch. It's great that it's available in installments.